Hi everyone, Mr. Markwick here. Today's video is looking at another strategy to reduce the amount of interest you would pay on a home loan. Today we're going to be looking at making a lump sum payment. So whether you've saved some money and you want to put that into your home loan to reduce the amount of interest you pay, you've come across some money, you've won some money. In this case, in the example, Alwyn gets a tax return and he puts that money, all of it, into his home loan. How much interest does that save you in the long run? That's what we're going to be looking at in today's video in this example. So let's jump straight into the example where Alwyn takes out a loan for $130,000 at an interest rate of 7.95% with interest being compounded monthly. It tells us that the minimum monthly repayments over 25 years are set at $999.06. Question A, calculate the outstanding debt after 1 year of the minimum repayment. So obviously after 1 year of making the minimum repayments of $999.06, you're not going to pay off the entire $130,000 loan. So how much would you still owe on that loan after 1 year? Here's how we work it out. On a graphics calculator, N will be equal to 1 times 12, or just 12 because 1 year every month for making the payments. The interest rate is going to be equal to 7.95% in this case. My present value is the principal, the amount we borrow. Again, when we borrow, it's a positive amount, so $130,000 in the positive. PMT is given to us here, but again, PMT, because of the amount you pay, is always a negative amount, so minus $999.06. The future value is what we're actually being asked to work out here. How much does Alwyn still owe on the home loan after 1 year? PY, because we are making these payments monthly, is set as 12, and CY, because it is being compounded monthly, the interest we are setting as 12 as well. So on the graphics calculator, excuse the bell, I've set these values already, asking it to determine the future value. So FV, based on all that, will be, he still owes $128,284.60. So still owes $128,284.67. Now, the next question goes on to say, well, he gets a tax return and he puts that full $5,000 onto that amount to reduce it. How long would it take him to repay the loan based on that? So now we're actually asked to work out how many months would it take, what's the value of N, with the interest rate remaining the same at 7.95%, the present value now being the amount that's left at the end of 1 year, $128,284.67, minus the $5,000 lump sum he makes. PMT, the minimum repayment, still going to remain the same at $999.06. Now we want the future value to be zero because we want to pay off the loan completely. And payments per year and compound periods per year are unchanged. They remain at 12. So based on all that, how long will it take? What is the value of N going to be? Again, in our graphics calculator, we're just going to make a few changes here. N is what we're being asked to work out. Our present value is now $128,284.67 minus the $5,000 lump sum payment. And my future value needs to be set at 0 to pay off the loan completely. How long would it take? We're rounding that up to the next month, 258 months. It would take, 258 months. But more appropriately, we can convert that to years by dividing by 12. So 258 months is how many years? Works out to be 21 and a half years. So 21 years and 6 months, because 6 months is half a year. So that's how long it would take to pay off the loan. So it would actually save him 2.5 years, it was 25 years in total, on paying back the loan. Keeping in mind, he's already been paying before he put that amount in for 1 year anyway. All right, so that would be 22.5 years altogether, saving him 2.5 years of payments. How much would that save him though? So how much interest will Alwyn save by making the lump sum payment is the next question. So if he didn't make the lump sum payment, how much would he have paid? No lump sum payment. How much interest would he have paid? So interest would equal the 25 years of monthly repayments of $999.06 minus the amount he obviously borrowed. We're just calculating interest here at the moment. So that would be 12 times 25 times 999.06, which works out to be $299,718 in total, minus the amount he borrowed of $130,000. Tells me that the interest he would pay is $169,718. So we'll get it right in a minute. $169,718 he would pay in interest if he did not make that lump sum payment. But with the lump sum repayment, or with the lump sum payment, I should say, he is not making that many repayments. So he does 1 year at, so 1 times 12 at $999.06. Then he pays the $5,000. Then he does another 258 months of the minimum payments. And of course, we're going to subtract the amount he borrows. Okay, so there's a lot to sort of get your head around there. It may look a little bit complex, but that's how much interest he would pay in total if he made that lump sum repayment. A year of the minimum repayments plus the lump sum payment plus the 21.5 years minimum repayments again. So let's go ahead and throw that in. It's 12 times 999.06. We're going to add the $5,000. And we're also going to add an extra 258 months of the minimum repayment as well. From that, we're going to subtract the initial principal, the amount he borrowed, to give us $144,700. So $144,746.20. And the amount of interest saved would be the difference between those two amounts. So it would be $169,718 minus the $144,746.20. That's how much interest he would save. So again, I'll quickly do that on a calculator for the sake of this video. But if you're happy, you can stop watching there because that'll be the end of the video anyway. How much does he save? You can actually see it's quite a substantial amount for just making a $5,000 lump sum payment. So again, this is not financial advice, but you can see that there is some money to be saved in making lump sum payments against the home loan. In this case, it actually works out to saving, although it was only a $5,000 amount he put in, saving over the life of the loan, $24,971.80. So $24,971.80 saved in interest by making that lump sum payment. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.